Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm James Sully.
And good morning, I'm Dee O'Reilly. We'll get a look at your wake-up forecast in just a moment. But first, here are your morning headlines. An update on that deadly pedestrian crash in Bartow that we first told you about is breaking news yesterday morning right here on Good Morning Tampa Bay. We now know it was a hit and run that left an 18-year-old dead. And this morning, the driver is now facing charges. According to state troopers, Zachariah Clabo was walking to school along South Jackson Street when 41-year-old Eduardo Perez hit him with his car and drove off. Troopers say Perez drove home, switched cars, and then drove to the Brandon Mall where he was later arrested.
Disney and Governor DeSantis have settled their years-long dispute. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight District and Disney finally agreeing on this settlement. Under the deal, Disney agrees that its 11th hour deal with its old board to circumvent the new governor-appointed board is null and void. It also says the new board will use the old 2020 comprehensive plan moving forward and that the board will work with Disney on any new development agreements in the future. You may remember this all started after Disney openly opposed a state law that placed restrictions on some classroom instructions regarding gender identity and sexual orientation.
A recall alert this morning. Subaru is recalling nearly 120,000 Outback and Legacy vehicles over potentially faulty airbag sensors. The recall involves the 2020 through 2022 model years. A capacitor in the occupant detection system sensors might crack and short circuit, and that could prevent the front passenger airbag from deploying during a crash. Dealers will replace the sensors for free. Impacted owners will be notified of the recall by mail.
Happening today in Tampa, University area residents and community leaders will bike 3 miles in honor of Florida Bike Month. Starting at 8 this morning, participants will receive free bike lights and safety information. The bike ride then kicks off at 9. The event in partnership with FDOT, the Center for Urban Transfer Research at USF, Well Built Bicycles, and Plan Hillsborough.
It is a rainy morning on this Thursday. It rained all night long, but it's time now to see how long it's going to last.
Not exactly opening day weather.
Nope.
Good thing we play in a dome. Here's meteorologist Greg D.
Do you know what, James and Dia, we're not going to need that dome today because it is going to be beautiful out there. If we could open up the trop, today would be the day to do it. It's still some cloudy skies, and we're not done with the rain yet across the Bay Area, but things will improve as we go into midday. Normal high temperature 79. We're actually not going to hit that today. Sunrise 7:24, sunset at 7:46 right now in Tampa. No report out of TPA, but temperatures are probably in the upper 60s to the low 70s. There's the number there, 72. 72 in St. Pete, 71 in Lakeland. Still looking at showers and some rumbles of thunder out in the Gulf of Mexico. These are generally moving toward the east-northeast, but I do expect additional shower and thunderstorm activity to build south of this morning and move through. So between now and about 10 o'clock this morning along the coast, and then from about 9 a.m. to noon between 75 and Highway 27. So it's going to take until midday to clear most of us out. If you're heading out to St. Pete, yes, early in the morning for opening day, temperatures are going to be in the low 70s with scattered showers. But by noon, breezy, sunny, and mild temperatures in the mid-70s. A beautiful day for baseball.
And East Tampa Park will soon undergo a massive multi-million-dollar expansion and renovation if city council members vote to approve it today. The plan calls for spending more than $34 million to renovate Fair Oaks Park in Tampa's Jackson Heights neighborhood. The money would be used to create a 10-acre park with a new community center building and a lot of new outdoor spaces, including new basketball, pickleball, and shuffleboard courts. It would also include a turf, sports field, event lawn, and a playground and splash pad. The project would be completed by 2026.
Hernando County wants to help Brooksville families whose neighborhoods flood during extreme rainfalls. A flood vulnerability assessment is currently being conducted for Brooksville. It will identify areas there that flood and offer recommendations to improve resiliency from future flooding events. If you're concerned about your neighborhood, officials want to hear from you during a meeting that's happening tonight at 5 o'clock in Building B at Pasco Hernando State College's North Campus.
Also in Pasco County, the county is holding municipal elections on Tuesday, April 9th. And if you want to vote from home, today is your last day to request a mail ballot be sent to you. You can request one either online at pascovotes.gov or by calling the Pasco Supervisor of Elections office. For your vote to count, the elections office must receive your ballot no later than 7 p.m. on election night.
And history may be made this afternoon at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, weather permitting. The final launch of a Delta IV rocket set for 1:40 p.m. The rocket will put into orbit a classified spy satellite for the U.S. National Reconnaissance Office. There's only a 30% chance of favorable weather, though, for this launch. If the rocket does lift off, you may be able to see it about 3 minutes after the launch if you live east of downtown Tampa.
The push for more women to become religious leaders. Coming up, meet 3 local women now leading this change.
ABC Action News Plus. It's local news you know and trust. Available anywhere at any time for free.
ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Culpeper Curland.
The most accurate weather team in Florida. ABC Action Weather.
4:40 on this Thursday morning, opening day at the Trop. Hi there, everybody. Good morning. A beautiful start to the day. A couple of scattered clouds out over Ray J. We've got a beautiful start to the day with our temperatures in the low 70s now, staying in the low 70s, and actually some more rain moving through before we dry out. But don't worry, this is not going to be an all-day rain event. Just a couple of scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder this morning. Then we clear out for the afternoon. Notice in Tampa, the highest rain chance goes from now until about 9 o'clock. Then the sunshine returns, the winds pick up, and it is going to be a gorgeous but very windy afternoon. Much drier air coming in thanks to those strong winds. It sticks around Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then next week, that humidity coming back up again ahead of our next rain chance, which looks to arrive maybe Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night. That storm system that's moving through now, it's not just ours. It stretches up the entire East Coast, bringing rain from northern New England all the way down into Florida. Beautiful stretch of sunny weather behind it, and then another storm system entering the Pacific Northwest. Here's a closer look at not so sunny Sunshine State this morning. Clouds and rain across the Keys and southwest Florida. The showers here for us starting to fill in west of our coast. In fact, we've got rain moving into Citrus and Hernando County this morning as this batch of showers moves through. These could actually fill in farther south over the next hour or so. So from about the bay north, could still see a ½ inch to an inch of rain this morning with some heavier downpours. But once that moves by, we're going to see some beautiful weather with high temperatures today in the 70s and low 80s. Take a look at Futurecast indicating those showers rolling by mid-morning. Then for the afternoon, sunny with temperatures in the 70s. Your 7-day forecast coming up.
In about a decade, it's predicted that Florida will have nearly 18,000 doctors less than what we need. Coming up, we're taking a look at what local family health centers are doing to help fix that.
Plus, could a solution to our housing crisis be in this historic St. Pete church? The unique proposal up next.
Access to health care is vital, but right now there's a shortage of physicians here in the state. Current projections actually forecast the state needing up to 18,000 physicians by the year 2035 to catch up with the demand of people moving here and other older doctors who will be leaving the field. Right now, the state's working to help combat this, funneling $70 million to increase resident retention rates. It means Tampa Family Health Centers will jump into residency, partnering with Baycare to help train the next generation.
We've had to take back the narrative, funding these GME programs, bringing them into our doors, training them in community health. I always say to my providers, doctors, nurse practitioners, and PA, once you enter community health and you learn here, you can do anything. So we're firm believers that if we have the opportunity to educate the residents, we'll be able to retain them, at least in Florida, even if it's not in our health centers.
To further highlight the importance of this program, only about 5% of community health centers nationally offer residency programs.
Now to a creative idea to help ease St. Pete's housing crisis, and it all centers around an historic church. The Westminster Presbyterian Church has stood tall for 98 years. It's been closed for about a decade, but now a group has a creative vision for its future. They want to turn the building and the empty school next door into 2 townhomes and a single-family home.
This church was built in 1926. It was a vital part of this community as a church, as a school for a lot of members, a lot of neighbors and members of this community in St. Pete.
Still conserving the history behind it, but turning into something useful for the community as well.
The Bel Air Development Group says architects would respect the community's wishes of keeping a lot of the building the same as it was when it was built 98 years ago. The proposal still needs to be approved by the St. Pete City Council.
Still ahead, your Super 7-day forecast with meteorologist Greg D. You're watching Good Morning Tampa Bay. The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
4:51 on this Thursday morning. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Time to look at that Super 7-day forecast. We're not done with all the rain today just yet. There's some showers offshore. Futurecast continues to indicate that these are going to fill in between now and 9 o'clock in the morning. So there's going to be a bout of some rain. This could coincide with parts of the morning commute for some of you. But by noon, I would say 75% of us are done with the rain. The last 25%, that will be Polk, Hardy, DeSoto, and Highlands counties, should be done soon after. And then we clear out, and it's going to be a gorgeous, sunny, dry, and windy afternoon. If you're heading over to the Trop, if you're tailgating early in the morning before first pitch, you may get rained on. But if you're out there after 9 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be dry for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, starting off chilly, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. I think Friday is going to be the nicest day of the week, maybe the nicest day we've seen in a while because of light winds, not a cloud in the sky, perfect temperatures in the 50s in the morning, climbing nicely into the mid-70s during the afternoon. Just a quintessential late March Central Florida day. Saturday looks nice too. We'll start off in the 50s in the morning. We'll climb up into the upper 70s for the afternoon, but there will be a couple more scattered clouds out there and a nice breeze. A beautiful afternoon. Looks great for the middle of the weekend. Easter Sunday starting off in the upper 50s and low 60s. Dry, less humid, temperatures in the low 80s for the afternoon, and a next chance of rain arrives on Wednesday of next week.
Coming up, it's a full circle kind of story for Alexia Skye Cologne. She grew up having her dance recitals right here at the Straz, then went on to a Broadway career and has now returned home to be a choreographer for the next generation.
Still ahead, a look at today's top stories and Florida's most accurate forecast. ABC Action News continues right after this.